I'm going to share with you today 3 things I wish I knew when I was starting my business a few years ago. Some big lessons that I've learned along the way that I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self, because they would save me so much time and so much energy. I started this business almost 3 years ago and I've learned so much in that time. And these are the few things I just wish I could tell my younger self if I could. And I'm sharing with you because these things have been the things that have helped me grow so quickly. Once I've really realized these things and once I've implemented these things, these have been the biggest secrets behind how I've grown so quickly and how I've done all of this in just a few years. It has all been down to just learning these few lessons. The first lesson I want to share with you is that there is no right path, but you do need to pick one. I think personally, I know in the first year of my business especially, I feel like I wasted so much time on indecision of really going back and forth, trying to pick the best option of, what was going to be the most successful offer to sell, what was going to be the best way to market, what was going to be the best ideal client, and really going back and forth trying to pick and decide in my head what was going to be the best option there. When actually the best option at all times in business is just picking something, just trying something and just going down a path. And I think it's really true, the phrase of, time is money in business. I think this is so true and has never been more true of often the only way to find out if something will actually be successful is taking it out of your head into the real world and actually just giving it a go. And, it's so easy to spend a lot of time trying to think through the best options, going back and forth on things. But often the best option is just picking one, because picking something and going down a path with an option for this versus not deciding and staying in that middle ground, staying in that indecision for even just months, actually costs you so much time in the long run. So I think it's so powerful actually just realizing that just picking something, whatever is feeling like the best option at the time, giving it a go, giving it a trial run. You can always change your mind, always go back if you need to, but just moving forward with something is better than not moving forward at all. So I'd really wish, looking back, that I'd been able to move forward quicker with projects instead of trying to figure them out in my head, trying to pick which one was going to be the best one, and actually instead just giving them a go and just moving forward with some of those. The second thing is you don't need to do it all to be really successful. I think, again, looking back, like the first year of my business, I feel like I was really looking to fully fill out my product suite and, be showing up in all the places and really doing all the things, selling all the different offers. And I thought that was really required to make a full-time living from my business. But actually for the last 2 full years, I have pretty much only sold one-to-one coaching. I've focused on one offer, which kind of goes against what I, originally thought I needed to be successful. And I've sold it all really through one place, which has been Instagram mainly. And that's built my entire business today. Obviously now at this stage, it's really helpful for me to look at other offers, which I am doing, but really I was able to build such a strong foundation from just that. And I think it's helpful then realizing that you don't actually need to do it, or you don't need to have a fully complete product suite to actually be successful and actually make this a full-time income for yourself. You don't need to be showing up on all the platforms. You don't need to be doing all of the things. You can add things as you grow, absolutely, but you can just pick one offer, one platform, one ideal client, and really start that and build a really strong foundation and literally make a full-time living just off of this and keep it really simple. And I think this is often the best way to actually approach things, is just keeping it really simple, because it's meant that, for one-to-one coaching, for example, I've built such a strong foundation in one-to-one. People know me for one-to-one. They know I get results. I've worked with over 85 clients one-to-one. It's just so powerful to build such a strong foundation in one area before trying to jump into these other areas as well. And then the third lesson I wish I had learned earlier on in my business is sales is the top skill always. If you're a service provider, if you're a coach, if you're someone who sells anything online, sales is the number one skill you should be focusing on. Everything else can be fun. The graphic design, the, Instagram content, the email marketing, it can be fun. It's great to learn, of course, but sales is always going to give you the biggest ROI, and it should always be the top thing that you prioritize learning in the first year of your business. Because if you can get really good at sales, even if you're terrible at everything else, if you can get really good at sales, you can make sales. You can actually sign clients. You can get people signing up for your program. You can get leads because you know how to do that, because it is the skill which at the end of the day makes you the money, which actually supports the rest of the business, which allows you to hire out people for the things that you don't like doing, or hire out people for the stuff that you're not as good at. You can do that once you have mastered the skill of sales. So sales is always really the top thing that I would recommend people actually focusing on their first year of business, learning how to sell and really just mastering this skill and feeling really good about sales before you start trying to learn anything else and add anything else into your business. So there are the 3 things I wish I knew when I was starting my business that I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self, because they would save me so much time and so much energy if I knew these lessons earlier on. If you found this helpful, if you're taking these lessons away with you as well to implement into your own business, make sure you give this video a like and make sure you hit subscribe as well so you don't miss the daily videos I'm posting at the moment. And on that note, I will see you in the next one tomorrow.